Everybody, welcome back. This is Side Income Dad.
This is Chanimal.
This is Migs.
All right, guys, the crew is back. All three of us back for this week. Welcome back to everybody. For those of you that are new, let's just talk about what this podcast is about. We are a group of friends that decided to invest, and we wanted to make money every week. So we wanted to pretty much get dividends 52 weeks a year.
Hell
And
yeah.
Right? Get it.
And this how we decided to go about it. So there's a company called Yieldmax, and they have a bunch of different funds. And we decided to invest into these funds. So there's a group A, and then for them we invest into TSLY. Group B, it's PLTY or NVDY. Group C, it's CONY. Group D is MSTY. And then we also invest into this weekly payer called ULTY, where they just pay every single week of the year. And
Boom.
yep. So essentially what the way this breaks down, and we can jump right into our prediction for this coming week. This coming week, which is gonna be, let's see, what would the date be on that day?
23?
Yeah, so on the 23rd, which is on Wednesday, there will be a pretty much a declaration day, right? So that's when they announce how much Coney will pay us. And then depending on your brokerage, you will get paid on the Friday, which is the 25th, or potentially the Saturday on the 26th. And that's kind of how this works. So we are trying to predict how much money we will be paid on Wednesday
The more the better.
every time.
Yeah.
So I guess for those of you that are new to the sheet, we'll just kind of go through really quick. So Coney, this is the price of Coney at the end of Friday's market close. This is the implied volatility of Coinbase. Coinbase is what Coney is based off of. That's a pretty nice implied volatility, by the way.
Time.
Yeah,
I
some
like
might
that.
say that's perfect. Some
Uh, Love it.
Bank,
Um,
bro. Bank.
Yeah, and then we got how much money did they make on the weekly trades, which on the graph it's these blue bars. So they
uh,
lost money. They lost 228 million. Um, and then this is the weekly per share. So per share they lost $1.57.
Yeesh.
Yeah. And then the synthetic is basically their synthetic holding of Coinbase, which they made 560 million there, which would equal $3.85.
woohoo.
So when you take both of those numbers, we actually get $2.28 for the month. And month these funds pay every 4 weeks. So obviously it's not like a full month, but it's about 28 days. So $2.28 is an amazing month for Coney, guys. Like, give me your thoughts on this.
And we get all of it, right?
Yeah. Get out the dream. That'll be the dream.
Damn.
I
Yeah.
mean, BTC broke out. Everything's, having a great run, especially with crypto, right? So, I mean, it's definitely a lot. I mean, but then again, they always kind of like to sandbag a little bit, I feel like. So, definitely a dollar is some. I don't know yet. I can't quite put my hand on it.
Well, with the fiscal year coming to an end, that 90% profit pay has to go come in, right? So they might start paying more now, depending on how much they've been paying.
I mean, that's a good point. And the other thing is this $2.28 though, if they paid that, that would drop the share price almost
Oh
down
yeah.
to $8.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I just don't see them doing that at all.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm gonna go with a dollar 23. That's high estimate right here. That's gonna be my estimate. How about you guys?
I'm gonna
Pew
go a little
pew.
higher.
Yeah, okay. What's that
What?
number?
Damn.
Yeah, like 10 cents higher.
Okay, okay.
Maybe 10 cents higher. Yeah, about 133, 135. I think it's gonna be somewhere in that range. I don't know. I like to I got a little faith. I got a little faith in cone heads.
I don't, I don't know. Yeah. I'm thinking more like 90 cents.
90?
90 cents.
It's
Wow.
it's still above average,
Mm.
but below high, that's a high estimate.
Okay, okay, all right. Well, there you have it. Looks like Migs is the Debbie Downer of the week.
Who invited Deb?
You're
Uh,
like, we shouldn't have called them.
Hey, throw it in the chat, guys. Just give Migs a down finger. Yeah,
No.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what? Also, on top of that, for those of you watching afterwards, I would definitely say, drop it in the comments. Let us know. First of all, let us know what you hold, and let us know how much you think they're going to pay.
And then keyword Debbie Downer.
uh,
Debbie Downer indeed. All right, so I mean, I'm just gonna jump right into the income proof and maybe talk about that a little bit. So income proof here. Let me zoom out just a bit. So I sold all of my Platy, guys. So I no longer hold Platy.
whoa.
I was not happy with that distribution, and I was like, I know that I can make way more money elsewhere, and so. After this paid out, I actually put it on to ULTY. So
Whoa.
yeah, ULTY's gonna be good next week. But yep, that's me. That's my story.
I don't know if
So,
you got
so that so
surprised.
that's why it went up.
Yeah.
That's
It
exactly why it went up, guys. We have a
wow.
running joke that if I buy something, it's gonna go down actually. So when I sold Platy, it went up.
Side income dad is whale,
Damn.
guys. I don't know if you guys know, but he is a big whale.
Yeah.
No, not at all. There's three whales here. Okay.
It's a
Free
baby,
Willy.
baby well here.
Well, look at Chanimal. Chanimal's making bank over here.
Damn, look at that guy.
And look at Migs. He puts us all to shame. What is it?
Yeah, I
Migs is the
know,
whale
right?
for
Oh,
sure.
what?
Damn,
That's a typo, right? Typo
for the
somewhere.
week?
This
Damn,
guy.
man.
Damn.
What can I do with that money?
Yeah, yeah. All right, so I mean, this is obviously our weekly thing. We always show you how much money we made the previous week.
Actual
Um,
proof, guys. This is it.
yeah, we're putting our money where our mouth is. We're sharing this journey with you. I didn't mention in the beginning, but obviously this is not financial advice. This is really just what we're doing. The three of us decided we wanted to invest, and so this is really our journey and to how we're going about that.
Yep, our decisions, our strategies.
Yeah, and it's the three of us, so we always kind of like consult with each other, come up with a plan, and then we all execute maybe a little bit differently. Obviously, as you can see, we're all making different amounts of money from different funds, but we're pretty much in most of the same funds.
Yeah, and the end goal is the same, make money.
Exactly.
Make money,
Exactly.
pay taxes. Make money, pay taxes.
Yes, sir. So, guys, one of the things that we talked about last week was this how powerful we think ULTY is. And I think today I wanted to go through and do a quick example, and really just have you guys kind of react to that example. And so I'll walk kind of through that right now. So the first thing I did is I just Googled this, right? What is the most purchased mid-sized car in America? And it came up with Toyota Camry. Okay.
What?
And so I said, all right, let me go to Toyota and say, how much is a Camry? And so this is kind of what it came up with. And so I'm
Oh,
just gonna,
wait. Before we go, I wonder if it's going to be more than a Model 3 or less. I'm going to say more.
I mean, I think a Model 3 is like 35, right? Is that the
Oh,
case?
really?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's the XE or XSE. And I don't
Yeah,
know.
XSC at 30,
Octane
35.
base. Oh, it says the base. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with like bottom and then let's just round that up to like 30K since I think that's reasonable to say.
Yep.
So then we go into this auto calculator, put in that 30K, 60 months, 5% interest, and let's say they put $5,000 down. You're gonna get a payment that is roughly $471 a month. And this is without insurance, you know, which is obviously going to be more on top of that. So I think it's safe to say that if $500 was the monthly payment for this $30,000 car, uh, with $5,000 down. You guys agree with that so far?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that means they're paying for it, not getting that money.
Exactly, right? This is money leaving your pocket.
Right.
And, and so like the reason why I wanted to go through all that is if we jump into this power of compounding, and I want to make this a little bit bigger so everybody can see that. Um, and we did the same thing. So initial investment of $5,000, that's how much you're putting down. And then you're paying close to $500 a month, which is about $125 a week. If
hmm
instead of that, the money still left your pocket, but instead of leaving you completely, you put it into an investment like ULTY, at the end of those 5 years, you would have almost $500,000.
What?
And then
What?
if you stopped, right? Like, okay, at that point you stopped investing, you're also getting a dividend of $7,600 a week.
I don't know about you guys, but that's bank.
That is insane.
That's how you go from a Camry to a Lambo right
Exactly. There's the title right there, bro. ULTY,
Uh,
taking you from a Camry to a Lambo.
there. Camry to a
damn.
Lambo. Boys and girls at home, if you're watching it, if you drive that Camry, just be like, man, I could be driving a Lambo
Yeah,
Right?
5 years. 5 years.
5 years.
So think about that. I mean, I really wanted to show this example because the first thing I did when I got my first job was go buy a car. I'm not saying I'm proud of that decision, especially after showing these numbers, but I feel like that's a decision that a lot of us make. And if we just kind of have a little bit of patience and maybe buy a cheap car, we can say spend $1,000 in buying the car, like some cheap old car, and then do that instead. Look, you're still at 460,000 after 5 years.
Nah, I'm taking the bus. Fuck that.
There you go. So think about that, guys. I mean, these kind of decisions may look small, but they can change your life. So give me some reactions, guys. I want to hear what you guys think about this.
I want it.
We want that
I
Lambo,
want
huh?
it. Yeah, blue.
Already got the color. I love it.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna start
I just
looking right
wish that someone showed us this when we were younger, yeah, right
now.
out of high school or something, or even in high school. Like,
Bro.
look at
Dude,
this. Before you start buying stupid shit, before you know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm saying a car is stupid, but you need it for transportation, but like, when you're 18, 20, 25, whatever, right? You could care less about the future, really. Well, I know I didn't. I was just like, where am I gonna go this weekend, right? Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, where can I spend all my money at? So this is pretty mind-blowing. I just wish someone showed us this.
Yeah, this should at least be taught like in college, Once after high school, you're a little more developed and you start thinking more. At least in high school, I mean college, they should start teaching all this
It would help a lot. I think it would
a
help,
lot.
obviously the youth and the next generation make better decisions for sure.
Yep. Instead of all those unnecessary classes that they're making now.
Exactly.
Yep.
And you know what? While we're on that, I wanted to show this post that I saw because I thought this was awesome. It says, imagine playing Monopoly and never buying any assets or investments that generate income. Imagine you just went around collecting $200, giving your money to the rich and trying to stay out of jail. That's how most people live their life.
Damn.
Like, that
It,
is facts, guys.
it,
Facts right there.
that is 100% right there.
Yep.
You know? Yeah. Most people would
Well,
rather just try and keep what they have. They don't think about, taking the risk. The risk is too scary, right? Let me just stay with what I've been taught all my life, right?
Yeah, yeah.
School,
well,
find a good job, work your ass off, and contribute to a 401k. Right?
I think most of them just have like tunnel vision where they're like just focused on the now and not so much on the tomorrow, the next week, next year, future.
Absolutely, guys. And I mean, think about it. If we go back to this Monopoly example, it's fighting over who gets to play the little car icon on the Monopoly board rather than like what you're gonna purchase to win the game. Like
Yeah. Wow.
it's
All bad.
it's so bad, right? But I mean, I go back to what you guys said. I wish someone had taught it to us. Cause what is actually taught is to do that, right? To blow your money, just get through. Don't
Go to
don't
work.
worry about investing. Like that's not a thing for you. That's dangerous, right? You're gonna lose your money in investing. Like that's and that's not to say that people don't lose money. People lose money all the time, but it's because you have to get educated in your investments and what you're doing.
Even if you don't invest, right, you're losing even more money, right, to inflation.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Yep. Every
100%.
year.
you don't even have
Every
to be
year.
taking a risk. You don't even know that you're taking a risk. That you're actually risking more by not doing,
Yeah,
Anything.
investing.
Yep.
Like people don't see that. It's like,
100%.
oh, no, I'm gonna save my money. No, yeah, your money in your bank. You really think that saving is you're actually getting robbed. You're
They're
getting
the one
robbed.
making money.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's just yeah, people don't see that. They don't understand that at all.
Yep,
But
because they never been taught, like we said, pretty
exactly.
much.
And so just for me to kind of get a better understanding here, if you're watching this and you got this far, please drop it in the comments. Let us know. Was investing something that you were taught, or did you have to learn it the hard way?
And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe.
Hit that like, definitely hit that like. And that
Cool.
Debbie Downer. Let them know. Let us know who's that Debbie Downer. Let us know what you guys think. We definitely want to hear what you guys think. And yeah, let us know if you like this content. Let us know your questions, concerns. I mean, but yeah, we definitely like to know what was that, when did you start learning about investment? Or, you know, for for me, it was just didn't really care. I mean, I knew about it, but it wasn't until, life started kicking my butt, right? Like realizing that you're working like all this hours and it's just like not winning. You're not seeing the growth. You every year it's just like, oh, gotta pay tax. Oh, I'll get a couple $1,000 back. Oh, what am I gonna do with this? Right? Oh, I got a little bit of savings, but it's not growing. It's not going anywhere until I understand about,
Yeah, it's
invest.
like paycheck for paycheck.
Yeah, I mean it's like I wasn't like paycheck to paycheck, but it was like I never saw the growth, right? Every
Mm.
year, it's just like, yeah, I made this own money, but after, all your expense and, everything, I didn't see a huge chunk of cash in my savings or anything, right? So it's not until I stumble across, investing, and that's really has changed my life.
Nice.
Yeah, how about you, Migs? How did you get into investing?
When I started receiving shares, then I was like,
Get
I didn't
Mars.
even know what to do with it until like I got them, and I was like, oh shit, I need a car. Sell, sell, sell. But no, but then you start like slowly like looking into it, like what goes in, what comes out, and it that's basically what got me into more investing.
That's pretty cool. Man, I guess I'll share a little bit of my getting into it. The very first company I worked for, it was actually a solar company, and they gave me like 100,000 shares of this company pre-IPO. Um, I was so hopeful. It was my first job, so like I kind of poured my heart into that job.
Oh.
And then they actually went out of business. And so those 100,000 shares were worthless. They were not
They
even
they
And
expire worthless.
They sure did, man. They weren't even worth
oh,
the paper they were printed on.
oh
Um,
no.
they lost money on the paper, basically.
They sure did. And so that was kind of my first experience with stocks in general. And then I got into a different company. They started giving me stocks there too. And then that actually, was making money. And I remember asking one of the directors, because like he was someone that I worked with closely. I was like, hey, like what are we supposed to do with this? Like
I
I
don't want
I had never
it.
had shares that had value.
You're like, share, what share? No, no, I don't want it. No, not
Yeah.
for me.
And
What's the catch?
right? And then like honestly, he said something that really screwed me over because what the guy said was like, "Oh, the best thing to do is just sell them because it's money, right? So that money is money now. We don't know what it's gonna be worth later." And I
What?
and I thought back to my first like 100,000 shares, right? And I was like, "Dang, he's right. I lost all of that. Like that was worthless." So so I remember like the first maybe two, three batches of shares that I received, I sold all of it on the spot.
Bro. And all right, this is what you gotta do right now. You gotta find that guy and you gotta sue him now. He didn't say it wasn't financial advice. So I thought
Right?
it was
Bro,
something.
that's it. And
uh,
so, had I kept those shares, guys, I'd be doing pretty
be a
good.
bigger well, be a bigger well.
Oh man. But yeah, so that's kind of like the rocky start for me when it came to investing. And then, obviously like it grew into so much more. I went into investing into other things. But ultimately I came back to stocks because I felt like it's so powerful. We've talked about Yieldmax and how important we think they are in the new age of investing with their high yield ETFs. I think that right now it's one of the best places that you can put your money. Options trading is a big I think it's just a great space to make money, but if you're not a professional options trader, then you're probably just going to lose money. And so
Yup.
to be able to have professionals do it for you, to me, it's probably one of the biggest blessings we have in this modern age of investing.
Word.
100. That's a really good point. I mean, probably like what we were saying, like when it should definitely be taught early on in school. Is probably like what you should be doing with your stocks from companies that you work for, right? I think that's a very
Mhm.
good
Or at least the options that you have that you can either sell,
yeah, like whatever that
the,
you're getting from the company that you work for, right? That I'm sure like stocks,
yeah,
options, anything. I think that would be a very good course for up and new classes that should be offered nowadays. Because
I
yeah, all the
agree.
basics, all the
a lot of
basics.
yeah, I think definitely that should be one of the key courses should be taught because nowadays, if you work for any major companies, any good companies, right, stock options are definitely, going to be a thing, and not like us, right? We barely even knew what stock options were and what RSU stocks were, then what we should be doing. Should we be um, selling them, holding them? Like what do we do to these, right? I mean.
Yep.
Definitely
I
should be taught and how to approach them, how to keep them, what to do with them, right? I think it's pretty key for young
yeah,
anyone that's starting off their career. It's like if a company is willing to give you stocks, definitely you should learn about them, not just not just sell them right away. Buy
yeah,
buy-
yeah,
buy some.
yeah, yeah. Because I still don't even know what RSU means, but like I just sell them.
Oh, snap.
Oh man.
I love it. I love it.
You know what we should do? We should check Hoy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You know what? They do pay next week, and I love that suggestion. Let's go do that.
Yup.
Pretty new
Oh, look
fund,
at
right?
that. No, it's like this is gonna be the third distribution.
Third. That's
Third.
fairly new.
Oh, look at
Really?
that. Look at that. Oh, something's
Wow.
broken. Something's broken.
Yeah.
Made in synthetics.
Well, look at that. Wow, they made that much on the synthetic. That's pretty solid.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's actually more.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure they haven't realized the other
Yeah.
part. This is just what was realized during this session or
Yeah, but
this yeah.
I believe it's like over $10 is unrealized right now.
Whew, insane. Look at
What
that
is
volatility. What?
75. I don't like
75?
it. The other one was better.
Agreed. Oh, this is pretty cool though. I like where this is at.
And it it was initially offered at $53.
Yeah, this is
Geez, so you're getting the huge price appreciation already if you
mhm.
got in early.
Yeah, I think on this last 4 weeks it went up like $12
That's
alone, at
crazy.
least $12.
Wow. Yeah, that's really good profit. And I
And
mean, we can
Yeah,
tell they've been cashing in on this synthetic this session.
as they should.
Yeah, I mean, what would you guys' estimates be? I know these things are a little broken, so we can't see them. And you know what it probably is? It's still a fairly new fund, and so Google has a hard time sometimes pulling some of the information. Um,
Mm.
but I'm liking this IV estimate. I think that's probably what I would go with. It should match this implied volatility of 75%. So I think 447 is a pretty good estimate for me.
I'd say a little bit more higher, about five.
Think five. Okay.
Well, the last one was $6.50.
Oh,
Ooh, crazy.
So I'm
well,
gonna say six dollars
There
and
it is.
51 cents.
All right. $6.51 says
oh,
Migs.
now you
Because
don't want to
I
Debbie
don't want to be
Downer.
yeah, exactly.
Dang. All right. Okay. We're taking turns on this Debbie Downer business. I got you.
Yeah, drop it on the comments, guys.
Okay. Fair, fair.
Nice. So 447 for you,
Yep.
$5 for the channel, 651 for me.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Let's
Locked
get
it
it.
in.
Yep.
We should probably put in a column for our predictions and see who comes closest or who gets it right.
Yeah, that is something we can do. Maybe start recording that. I like that.
And loser pays one ulti share to the other guys.
One OT share.
Dang.
Shit, that's a lot.
This is
Let
option. That's every one is 100, bro.
Uh,
We're doing contracts here.
that's right. We would do contracts, bro, because you're a whale. You can afford a contract.
It's baby well, right?
Right on. Well, that's kind of all I had, guys. I don't know about you guys.
We're good. That's
That's all right here.
another week of hanging out with us. We appreciate it. If you enjoy it, definitely hit that thumbs up. Hopefully you got entertained.
If not, come back for next week, right?
If not, come back.
Yeah.
Hopefully Debbie Downer will be coming in a little stronger next time.
So, oh wow, next week is Misty?
Is it?
What? Is that the one that pays twice in August?
How is it that fast? Didn't
I've
we
never
just
heard that
get paid?
before.
I think,
Crazy.
yeah, it is, huh?
It
That's
sure is. I can't believe it. We're already there. Look at the rotation already happened, guys. It felt like we were just talking about Misty yesterday. Like, what is
right.
going on here?
Nope.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah. Pay me more.
Yep, yep. All right, guys. Well, once again, thank you very much for hanging out with us. We'll catch you next week for an estimate on Misty.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming in. Enjoy the rest of your week.
See ya.